Are you one of the millions of Americans receiving Social Security, SSDI, or SSI benefits and wondering if you'll wake up tomorrow to find a $2,500 stimulus payment in your bank account? The internet has been buzzing with rumors and speculation about emergency stimulus payments specifically targeting beneficiaries of these programs. And I know many of you are anxiously checking your accounts every morning, hoping to see that extra money that could make such a difference in your lives. But before you start planning how to spend that potential windfall, we need to separate fact from fiction and give you the real information you deserve about what's actually happening with stimulus payments for Social Security recipients. If you're finding this information helpful and want to stay updated on all the latest news about Social Security benefits, stimulus payments, and financial assistance programs, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our updates. We're committed to bringing you accurate, timely information that directly affects your financial well-being. The short answer to whether you'll receive a $2,500 stimulus payment tomorrow is unfortunately no. There is currently no approved or pending legislation that would provide a $2,500 stimulus payment specifically to Social Security, SSDI, or SSI recipients tomorrow or in the immediate future. However, this doesn't mean that discussions about additional financial assistance for seniors and disabled Americans aren't happening in Washington, and it's important to understand the complete picture of what's being proposed, what's been discussed, and what realistic possibilities might exist for future assistance. Let's start by addressing why these rumors keep circulating and why they seem so persistent across social media platforms and various websites. The reality is that Social Security recipients, including those on SSDI and SSI, were included in previous stimulus payments during the COVID-19 pandemic, and many people are hoping for similar assistance as they continue to face financial challenges. The cost of living has increased dramatically over the past few years, with everything from groceries to housing to healthcare becoming more expensive. While Social Security benefits have not kept pace with these rising costs for many recipients, this creates a perfect storm where people are desperately hoping for additional financial relief, making them more susceptible to believing unverified claims about incoming payments. During the pandemic, Social Security recipients did receive stimulus payments as part of the CARES Act, the Consolidated Appropriations Act, and the American Rescue Plan Act. These payments were $1,200, $600, and $1,400 respectively, and they were automatically sent to most Social Security recipients without requiring them to file tax returns or take any special action. The payments were based on the same eligibility criteria as other Americans, with income limits determining who qualified for the full amount, reduced amounts, or no payment at all. This precedent has led many people to believe that similar automatic payments might be coming again, especially when they see headlines or social media posts suggesting that new stimulus money is on the way. But here's what you need to know about the current political and legislative reality. While there have been various proposals from different members of Congress for additional stimulus payments, fourth stimulus checks, or targeted relief for seniors and disabled Americans, none of these proposals have gained enough support to become law. Some lawmakers have indeed proposed legislation that would provide additional payments to Social Security recipients, recognizing that this population often lives on fixed incomes and has been particularly hard hit by inflation and rising costs. However, proposing legislation and actually passing it into law are two very different things, and the current political climate makes it extremely unlikely that any significant stimulus legislation will be passed in the near future. Are you wondering why Congress seems less willing to pass stimulus legislation now compared to during the height of the pandemic? The answer lies in several factors, including changing economic conditions, political priorities, and concerns about government spending and inflation. During the pandemic, there was broad bipartisan agreement that emergency financial assistance was necessary to help Americans through an unprecedented crisis. Now, with unemployment rates lower and the acute phase of the pandemic behind us, many lawmakers argue that the economic emergency that justified previous stimulus spending no longer exists. Additionally, concerns about inflation and the national debt have made many members of Congress more hesitant to support large spending programs. However, this doesn't mean that all hope is lost for additional financial assistance for Social Security recipients. There are ongoing discussions about various forms of relief that could potentially help seniors and disabled Americans, though none of them involve the immediate $2,500 payment that's been circulating in rumors. Some of these discussions include proposals for additional cost of living adjustments to Social Security benefits, one-time bonus payments for Social Security recipients, expanded Medicare benefits, or targeted assistance for low-income seniors. While these proposals exist, it's important to understand that they are still in the discussion phase and would require significant political momentum to become reality. What should you be doing while waiting to see if any additional assistance materializes? First and most importantly, don't count on money that hasn't been officially approved and scheduled for distribution. Making financial decisions based on rumors or unconfirmed reports about stimulus payments can lead to serious financial problems if those payments never arrive. Instead, focus on managing your current income and expenses, looking for legitimate assistance programs that are currently available, and staying informed through official government sources rather than social media rumors. If you're struggling financially while living on Social Security, SSDI, or SSI, there are existing programs and resources that might be able to help you right now rather than waiting for potential future stimulus payments. These include the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, Medicaid, housing assistance programs, utility assistance programs, and various state and local programs designed to help seniors and disabled individuals with basic needs. Many of these programs have eligibility requirements that Social Security recipients can easily meet, and they provide ongoing assistance rather than one-time payments. For those of you who are particularly interested in staying informed about potential future stimulus payments or other financial assistance for Social Security recipients, what are the best ways to get accurate, reliable information? The most trustworthy sources include the Social Security Administration's official website, the Internal Revenue Service website, official government press releases, and statements from your elected representatives. These sources will provide confirmed information about any approved legislation or payments, rather than speculation or rumors that often spread through unofficial channels. It's also worth understanding how actual stimulus payments would be announced and distributed if they were to be approved in the future. Any legitimate stimulus payment would be the result of legislation passed by Congress and signed by the President, and this process would be widely reported by major news outlets and officially announced by government agencies. The Social Security Administration would provide clear information about payment dates, amounts, and eligibility requirements on their official website and through official communications to beneficiaries. There would be no mystery or uncertainty about when payments would arrive or who would receive them. So while you won't be receiving a $2,500 stimulus payment tomorrow, it's important to stay engaged with the political process and let your representatives know about the financial challenges you're facing as a Social Security recipient. Many lawmakers may not fully understand the day-to-day reality of living on Social Security benefits in today's economy, and hearing from constituents can help inform their decisions about future legislation. Contact your senators and representatives to share your story and explain how additional assistance would impact your life, as this grassroots advocacy can be more powerful than you might realize. The bottom line is that while there's no $2,500 stimulus payment coming tomorrow for Social Security, SSDI, or SSI recipients, the conversation about additional assistance for seniors and disabled Americans continues, and staying informed through reliable sources while advocating for your needs remains the best approach for potentially seeing real relief in the future.